Greetings, traveler.
Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at one of Dogdog's games. Dogdog is really well known, but you know, for the 5 of you guys that haven't heard of him, he's a super high level player, generally plays on the NA server, huge YouTube channel, huge Twitch channel, so you know, make sure to go give him a follow if you haven't already. Let's take a look at the game. So we start off with a Rat King. All right, well, we have a little bit of a spoiler here, but you know, we're gonna have a thumbnail and a title, and I know what the game is about in the end. The cool thing with these reviews is that I do like to not look over the whole game. I just skim because I want to be surprised a little bit here and there. I want to guess what is Dogdog going to do. Would I have done the same thing, right? These are always a mix of learning and entertainment. So turn 1 Rat King, pretty standard to just use your hero power because you're able to buy a 1-cost spell. Then we have a 4/4, pirates are in, so Arana is probably holding a 3/1. Beast, Demon, Naga, Pirate, Undead. Yeah, this is honestly pretty hard to play something that's not frogs. If you don't have Kibler, you don't have Murloc, you don't have Mech, you don't have Ellie. Alright, we just cycled a coin and we level. We're against the Ghost. If there had been something like a lasso in the shop, then we could have gone for the hero power plus lasso to make some gold. But honestly, Rat King doesn't really mind leveling because hero power on turn 3 and buy a card is just solid. Shop's not great. I guess you go knight because of the portraits. I don't know. I don't really hate that. Yeah. All right. And we are going to take a bonehead here because we can give it extra damage. I think I might have gone Hummingbird to put that damage on there myself. Just because I like Hummingbird more. So that's interesting to see that he values that skeleton more, or just the fact that he really wants to have an undead majority to maybe hit that Eternal Knight portrait. That could definitely be something. That could be a huge factor here, where he's like, okay, well, outside of Trinket meta, I would have taken Hummingbird myself, but now he just wants to, ooh, wow. Yeah, now the bird looks good. Good old hindsight gaming, right? Yeah, he's really interested in just having more undead in the money. So the 5/1 is a superior unit to the Hummingbird in isolation for sure, because you're getting an extra gold. So yeah, it's really cool to see that he's just, you know, just give me all undead here. And of course, you shouldn't really be sad for having an additional gold, right? Because the Hummingbird will only be 1 body, whereas you can always sell this little 1/1 if you need an extra gold. And in the trinket meta, extra gold is more important than ever. Allows you to pick the trinket you want and still level or still buy some units or whatnot. All right, so it looks like we have enough for a tie. No, we're gonna win because of the token. That's good. Yeah, with a Ghost in the lobby, your playstyle shifts a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much for Dog just because he's pretty healthy. He's not gonna be able to fight it. Right, so we cast a Careful Investment. Ah, we love to see that. Slam dunk oil. Let's go. Dog and oil enjoyer as well. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, I think that there is a reasonable argument for buying that 5/1 pair, but yeah, I mean, if you can oil and still have a full board, kind of a no-brainer. All right, so we're up against a Rip Snarl, but you know, this is kind of whatever. It's a Yogg. Yogg's kind of like a better Rat King when it comes to just tempo, but Rat King nicer because you get to pick what you want. So overall, I do like Rat King more. Man, this Goose is just not allowing any ties. All right, let me just spawn a token, deal some damage. All right, here we go. Trinket turn. So yeah, we did make sure to only have undead as a majority, and he does get that Eternal Knight portrait straight away. There is a fish. There is Goldenizer. This is interesting. So he did, in my opinion at least, you know, I also don't listen to the recording, so this is the cool thing. All right, yeah. So we do go for Goldenizer. I was gonna say these, the games that I review, they're also on YouTube, so you can go check out Dog's POV if you haven't already, and then you can tell me what he was thinking right now. I purposely don't listen to it, right? Because it's gonna, obviously, I'm gonna get influenced. I'm gonna get biased. I think it's more fun if I'm just giving you my opinion. But I do think that, you know, we were trying pretty hard to only have undead on the board, and then it is interesting that he's very happy to go. I guess with frogs in the lobby, it does make sense that if you're able to make a golden Titus with frogs, you're probably just going to win. He's happy to take sort of a, let's say that Eternal Knight's portrait if he doesn't get a Goldenizer offered. But he's doing pretty well. He's been winning his fights. And because of that, he can just go... man, this Rat King hero power was so good. Getting the getting the Raptor. But because he's doing so well, right, he's winning, and there is a ghost in the lobby. So he's either going to win and not take damage or lose and have a good chance to face the ghost, which allows him to go for the greedier pick with the Goldenizer. So he's considering that Pirate right now, because if he is going to play around Golden Titus, that could be interesting. I think I still like Phalanx here. Oh no, Felfin is really good on Rat King though, because you discover every turn if you want to, at least once. Oh, that's interesting. I'm a huge Phalanx fan, but yeah, I can see Felfin here being Rat King. He's got Undead Beast Demon right now. Honestly, I can see either way. This is very fair, yeah. Ends up going with the Phalanx as well. Phalanx gives you a reason to buy Titus. So you can just have a Golden Titus with a Phalanx while you're waiting for your Frog build to assemble. So I can see that. That's a pretty good argument. Man, our opponent is... holy crap. Okay, we did go to 5 this turn, which is pretty early. It shows that we have 10 gold, but because of the oil, we're actually only on 9 gold. So that's a turn 7 tier to 5, which is early. And it's great if you can do that. It's one of my favorite moves myself if I have a good enough game. But our opponent, full tempo here. Well, not really full tempo, just hit a lot of good cards. But yeah, there is that ghost we talked about. So now, wow, level? Whoa! Okay, he's trying to go Gulakabra here, I guess. I guess just a bonehead pair, right? Yeah. Wow, I am surprised by that slam level. I mean, he is fighting a ghost, I do get it, and that's probably just muscle memory as well, where he's extremely decisive when it comes to that. So the 4/4 here gives us an ability to either copy a minion if we get reborn. So let's say he does roll a Gulakabra. What he can actually do is reborn that Gulakabra with either the magnetic or the scarab and then make another one. So he could have double Gulakabra next turn. He could also get the token, the mummy token, and the 5/1 that spawns the 1/1, and then he can use the Grave Robber on the Bonehead, which then gives him a triple, which, you know, might get the Gulakabra, because that's what I'm thinking he was really looking for from this spot. Otherwise, that instant slam dunk level to 6 hero power for the undead, it just fits a little bit too nice, right, if you hit the Gulakabra. But I probably would have rolled on 5 for Titus, so it's cool to see that he's still down for that level. I guess we want Summoner, right? I like that the editor did this, by the way. Let's notice this. Where I'm watching this on YouTube, and the editor essentially is just showing you the spells, because Dog is hitting show, hide, and it kind of just flashbangs the screen. So I hadn't seen that before. That's pretty good. So we end up going with Book here. We get Reborn. No, we go Money. Oh yeah, never mind. Look at our board. Money makes perfect sense. So with double spell per turn, already being on tier 6, we could be getting something like Hamul, but generally we're also still looking for those good tier 5 spells. Get something like a, what's that called again? Golden Touch or Beanstalk. Okay, so we're not doing any rolling first here. This is interesting to me. I guess we're just going to put that Leaper in our hand. Because the reason why I say we're not doing any rolling, it's interesting, is that he did use his Grave Robber without first checking what he was going to roll, right? Okay. Oh, wait, is this still bugged, the Primate? No, Primate wasn't on the board. Right, what I'm asking is, there used to be a bug where if you were to use a Death Rattle effect during your turn, so what he did is he used Grave Robber on the Summoner, there was a bug where your Primate would actually not give you gold, but the Primate wasn't on the board. All right. So slams the golden on the Primate. This is so cool to watch, because these are already 2 moves that I would not have done. I would have not really gone for the instant 6. I think I would have been happy to roll on 5 to try to hit the Titus, try to hit the Brand, because, I mean, even in this lobby, a golden brand, you know, pirates are in, Nagas are in, demons are in. You'll make a golden brand work. So I would have tried to roll Drukhari. I would have tried to roll Titus. I would have tried to roll Brand. But as I mentioned before, Dog is a super high level player. Generally speaking, will be quite a bit higher MMR than I am. So it's cool to see that he still values that early 6 quite highly, and that he's now also comfortable with going with this golden monkey. Especially in the trinket meta, I found that the pace of the game is so much higher that I would have been a little bit scared to go for this golden primate. I would have wanted something that would improve my combat significantly. But yeah, Dogdog got super rewarded here with a lot of money. He did play armor, so he is going to be above 15, which is great. So he still has 1 full loss ahead of him before he needs to be super scared. And he gets another armor here, so might be 2 losses even. That's great. Probably telescope. Unless Cryfoul is good. I didn't pay attention to the enemy board. Okay. 25 gold. Here we go. Okay. So he's pretty firmly in undead right now, because he's not even trying to use the scope to discover something else. Right. Triple. Yeah, probably still quite interested in Ghoul. Yeah, that's a 1-drop. That's not going to buff anything. KT. I mean, there is... I would probably still take KT, but there is Eliza if he wants to set up for Pirate Death Rattle, because he can make a Golden Titus. Right? Wow, okay. Of course, the card that I didn't mention. I don't know. I mean, it resummons the Phalanx. I'm not super... that's not something I'm super swayed by. But he does have that golden primate, so if he... Ooh, are we playing a Reborn Atrocity as well? Okay, so that's going. That's interesting. All right, let's first make that triple. So the cultist does spawn a taunted death rattle. That's what I was going to say. So it is a ton of money. Probably just more summoner, right? And then Reborn on that. Okay. I love how he's going to Reborn the monkey just... I was like, oh, we're going to have a Reborn taunt, right? But he's like, no. Just give me that money insurance, and then I can... yeah, money on the left, sure. So he just wants the money insurance so that he has more value from the death rattles, right? Because it's not like it's an avenge. It's just whenever a death rattle dies. So that is a big bonus, because if it were avenged, then, you know, it could die, and then 1 minion dies, and then they kill the monkey, and you get no value. Right, this is basically, right? So now he's getting +2 gold, even if the monkey would get sniped immediately. So that is a big upside. All right, 50-50 here to get quite a bit of extra gold. Unfortunate. So now it's going to be interesting to see how he tackles the game from this spot, because he is... oh, no, he's not going to lose. Wow, I thought he was going to take damage, but that Reborn Atrocity really, really did a lot of work. That's great. Okay. Discover death rattles, I suppose. All right, this is the previous patch, so I do want to apologize for that. The game was just so absolutely bonkers that I thought you guys wouldn't mind that, you know, this is worth reviewing a slightly older game. The reason why you can see it's an older patch is Mana Saber is in. This was one of the changes they made recently where Kindly Grandma replaced Mana Saber. But it's not like we're playing this pre-trinket meta, right? So I think how insane the game was justifies that. Yeah, now we can see that he is quite aggressively looking to transition, right? So he did have the option of buying another summoner, but he passed on that. Be interesting if he wants that Goldrin at all to try and survive. No. Actually, he's on 25. Yeah, he can do another full round of milking. This is actually so good. Yeah, he's using all this money he farmed to try and hit the Titus, and, you know, he finally did. And now he can... oh, we're not playing the... oh, we're playing double cultist. Okay. Okay, I can see that. I guess we're trying to... Nope, we're not. All right, now maybe I'm a little lost. I'm probably just going to see what he ends up doing. Oh, is it already Leapers? I guess he does have double Titus, right? Yeah, why not? I was thinking, you know, he doesn't have a parrot yet. Maybe he wants to use the Atrocity with the cultists for a turn to stabilize and wait until he hits Parrot, wait until he gets his Goldenizer to make the Titus golden. But he's quite aggressively moving towards the frog comp here, which is, I guess, good for me to see. So it helps me evaluate this a little bit more. And this is exactly what is wrong with this comp. Okay, let me just... We are selling a reborn 6-drop with 2 Titus on our board to play a 1-drop. That ain't right, dude. Oh, that ain't right. Oh, God. Frogs are so dumb. Oh. Okay, so no atrocity for tempo whatsoever. Give me that Mana Saber. Let me go full frogs. All right. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. I'm not even sure if Dog is 100% sure, but the fact that he's reasonably sure, right? He was quite happy to do it. Is kind of crazy. Yeah, we don't have an additional death rattle, but this parrot is gonna get pretty large. So looks like we're taking 0, right? Yep, that worked out pretty well. 28%, but hey, we'll take it. Oh man, I can't believe it. Sell the reborn 6-drop for the 1-drop. All right. Get a Goldenizer now, which is great. I mean, Mutinous is kind of whatever. Maybe you can make a bigger Titus. That's fine. So now we have a golden frog, and we still have like 27 gold. Oh my god. This golden monkey worked out so well. Like, yeah, props to Dog for doing that. This is really what is funding this whole transition. All right, if he didn't have 20 plus gold per turn, he wouldn't have had double Titus by now. Because honestly, his rolls have not been great overall, so he really needed that extra money to keep up. So yeah, now we are looking for Eyes of the Earth Mother from this panda. Another reborn for when we hit Macaw is great. Mainly looking for Macaw. Mount would also be good because that protects a little bit against white mane. I guess beetles, right? Yeah. Don't think we're gonna chef. It's pretty. He doesn't need more than 1 frog. You really only want 1 frog and then just as many macaws on top of that as possible. I guess Titus plus macaw. Okay. Okay, yeah, I like this. I like this because he has the monkey here, right? The death rattle event, basically the one that makes you money, right? So because he has that, there is a reasonable chance that he can quite comfortably... We're not eating that this turn, right? We want that money. On 25, we're not eating that, come on. All right, so because of that, there's a reasonable chance he can quite comfortably buy every single minion in the shop, cast the Golden Touch. That will give him double Golden Titus plus regular Titus. And then when he gets another Goldenizer, which is got to be soonish, right? He can then make triple Golden Titus, which is absolutely unethical. But looks like our opponent is also a Leaper Enjoyer here. Now we are up a Titus. Did that Macaw come from the Raptor? No, we have one now, right? Okay, I missed that at the end. No. It did come from the Raptor. Okay, well that's I'm taking notes here. That's the correct move right there. That's the correct move to spawn a Macaw from your Raptor. Yeah, I mean, that's why Raptor is so nice, right? That's why Raptor is just like way better than something like Octosari, because the Raptor can spawn an additional frog, it can spawn a parrot, it can spawn another Death Rattle beast, so just absolutely fantastic. I bet our fight looks way worse if that doesn't happen, so... It's good, especially with Golden Titus, regular Titus, having an additional Macaw proc is just, whoo. Yeah, the opponent's build just seems a little bit further along, right? With that Reborn Parrot and the mount. We are still farming a lot of cash here with our monkey. All right. These fights are going to be long, so, you know. ×2 is your friend here, I suppose. All right, I think he just... This is not a technical difficulty. This is Dog saying, this is taking too long even for me, right? I'm gonna close the client and skip the combat. Honestly, like I'm generally speaking, I don't really do that myself too often, but here I can absolutely understand it. One of the only times I myself skip the combat is when I am playing against frogs with Kindly Grandma right now. That interaction is very, very slow. So yeah, time to make some board space. We have farmed enough money. We're able to buy the whole shop now. So we used one golden touch to try and get lucky because we have two. And I guess you could make the argument with this much money, you could technically just buy the whole shop anyway and then save the golden touch for Macaw. But you can use Eyes of the Earth Mother on Macaw, so I can understand it. Oh, there it is. There it is. We got it. All right. So yeah, we always need board space for that extra Titus, so we have to sell a card here. I mean, in his position, I would honestly not even mind buying white mains. I'm going to be real. He had so much money this turn, so I can honestly see just saying, hey, you know, I'm just going to start buying white mains. And I am probably one of the last people to... Oh, there you go. You found the mount. I'm one of the last people to advise sort of hate buying cards, but when you're playing frogs, it is so... You know, basically your Titus gets taunted or you win, right? From this position, at least. This position is so absolutely fantastic. So I can see buying white mains because there's only 9 white mains in the whole game. There's the way to think about that, by the way, is there's 7 6-drops, and then you just drop down by 2 every time. So 7 6-drops, 9 5-drops, etc. So if you buy one of the 9 white mains, that does make it quite a bit more difficult for the opponent to get one, and let alone a golden one, right? Because a golden one is the one that really, really hurts. They only lose 1 board space, and they could technically taunt both your Titus. But that's why the mount is also so incredibly good. It gives you the ability to get lucky on the white main. Yeah, man. Okay, well, we've already won because these frogs are big enough. It's just that the Titus is going to suicide, which is unfortunate. This is really suffering from success, where you want your tokens to die while your Titus is still alive, of course. But because he has that many Titus, the initial buffs are so big that an average board is not going to be able to kill like a 200-200, which is... yeah, suffering from success right there. All right, so let's see. We're in the top 4 right now. A pirate player, a frog player, and then one person I couldn't quite catch. Roar for a Titus makes sense. Next turn, our Goldenizer is going to be in our hands, right? End of turn, it's going to proc right now. So we are on 10, so we do have to be a little bit careful to not just die right now before that Goldenizer happens. So no shenanigans like playing a Drukhari for an extra golden or whatnot, right? I mean, if he ends up doing that, I'd be incredibly surprised. It'd be a classic after I say like, definitely not, and then he's like, I'll do it. But no, I think every single slot is gonna be dedicated to trying to not take 15 here, right? We do got that 5 armor on top. All right, trying to find more Macaw with the Hamul. I am quite interested to see that he is... I guess he has a Mana Saber in his hand, right? I'm not sure if he's going to end on Mana Saber or if he's just going to play Parrots with Leaper, Mountain, and Titus. Because normally you have some board space. You know, most boards don't have to keep 3 board spaces for Titus, right? 2 maybe if you got 2, or 1 if you got a golden. But Dog is going to have 3 golden Titus, so that does mean that you have a little bit less board space, a little bit less wiggle room. Are we going to play down a unit here? I mean, if you're not getting cleaved, which he's not, right? No, okay, he's not. I was going to say, if you're not getting cleaved, it's not horrible to play down a unit, right? Because then the frog always dies before the Macaw attacks, but there is a cleave. Ooh, wait, but the Macaw, it gets no value. Oh, but oh man, actually we got a little lucky here. So the reason why that Macaw gets no value is that Death Rattle takes priority over Reborn. So the Mana Saber with, you know, a million Titus procs is obviously going to fill the whole board. So that had priority. The reason I say that he got a little lucky here is that that mount, if that mount attacks and lives, he's dead. So we're kind of lucky that the opponent has a big taunted unit rather than like a small taunted Bran. Like if our opponent had a small taunted Bran here, that mount would attack and live, right? Potentially. And all of a sudden, your Titus are all going to suicide before you get any value. So that is that was a scary cleave. That is something that we're going to have to look at a little bit. Oh, we found Earth Mother for the parrot. There we go. That's why saving that. That's why saving that Golden Touch wasn't that important. I wonder how you go about not getting that wrecked by cleave. I guess you have to lead with your frog, right? You know, assuming that they have cleave. If they don't have cleave, you don't care, obviously. Ooh, another Macaw. Double golden Macaw incoming. These shields are great. I would definitely buy that. I'm just not sure if you have to go all in and use two. Yeah, Dog is sure. He's like, all right, did you see that last fight? Of course we're shielding the Titus. Don't get greedy. So yeah, really just want to hit this last Macaw for double. Okay, streamer Mike. This is unfair. That's double streamer Mike, right? I bet he's also like, I just need Macaw here. So obviously we can sell this demon from our hands. We do take 2 damage. We could sell the Raptor and the Mana Saber. So if he is committed to this board, if he is committed to not run Mana Saber, then he could... Oh, there's Reborn in the shop. No. That's smart. That's so, like, I get that. So the reason why he's not buying the triple right now is that next turn he can buy that Reborn, cast it on the Macaw in the shop, and then he never needs to sell a unit for board space. Because obviously if you want a Reborn, you need 1 board space. All right, so that's cool. That's well spotted. I may have just gotten too excited about that Macaw and slammed it, and then I wouldn't have had it Reborn. So yeah, as I mentioned, if we are 100% certain that our opponent is not running cleave, then I like this positioning more because you get to keep your taunt 1 attack longer if you go first. If you go second, it doesn't matter because they attack and kill your frog. So, but if there is a if there's a 0 probability, actually, even if there's a 0 probability of cleave, it's probably still better to try and keep that Titus alive on it longer. No, I guess you always lead with Macaws. Now that I look at it, this is actually so disgusting. This is what exponential scaling looks like, by the way. Oh my god. This is why I'm always so scared when there's stuff like Banana Slamma or Titus with frogs, or because anytime it's like, oh, it becomes twice as big, and then it becomes twice as big again. Like whenever you do that, it's like, well, that becomes a very large number very, very quickly. And especially in the hands of good players that can absolutely optimize every single thing to try and get as big a number as possible. Yeah, that oftentimes just creates ridiculous scenarios. Like, look at this. These are just funny numbers now. These aren't real numbers anymore. Like his tokens have what, 15,000 or something? I can't even read the numbers. See, that's the indication that it's funny numbers. Once you start struggling reading the numbers, it's funny numbers. Right, when a minion's damaged, it's easier to read, right? So that mount is on 15,000 right now. And he doesn't even have the second golden Reborn Macaw on the board yet. All right, the opponent is building his own funny numbers right now. Mainly because the downside is that Dog has a big taunt that is just serving as a sure proc. But here, one of our taunts now died, so let's get some more funny numbers in here. 30,000, yeah. Oh, wait. Did that just jump? Wait, but we're still proccing, right? There's no way. There's no way. Bam! Because we have death rattles here. Yeah. Wait. Wait. How big is that? No, that's some extra zeros. Never mind. Was that 100? 100? Yeah. Yeah, 120. Okay. I don't know. That my point exactly, right? When you have to be like, is there an extra zero on that thing or not? Like, it's these builds are just silly. Okay. So we have extra money, but I'm pretty sure we're just done. We don't really want to reborn the macaw because that's just going to make the tokens attack slower, right? So I'd be a little bit surprised if he goes for that second reborn. Yeah. Yeah, we're done, right? Like, this is the only thing we would want is like shields and stuff. So like, if you are really confident you would beat this opponent without the additional oh, we taunt the macaw to try and get it to die after it buffs. So if we knew we were gonna win this round guaranteed, then we basically could have held that reborn macaw, but like, he doesn't know, obviously. So all right, so the taunt on the macaw did not work out this time, but if he were to attack with it and it's too big to die, then it being taunted might be the thing that kills it off, and then it reborns and then it goes again. So I can see the appeal of doing that. Especially when you have 3 golden Titus, the chance that one of them will die early without a taunt is high, right? That's half your board right there. So it's a fair precaution to make 1 extra taunt. All right, the opponent just insta kills the Titus, but look at their board. They're playing normal Hearthstone. How silly! You're playing normal Hearthstone numbers. Look at that, like 100, 90, 47. Like, who cares, man? Look at that. Look at those silly normal numbers. All right, here we go. This is such a formality. The opponent's already dead. Oh my god. Yep. That's what that looks like. All right. Now we have the Leaper Showdown. Funny number versus funny number. So let's see what the tech options are going to be. Are we going to see white mains from either side? Are we going to see Sindores? Are both sides confident that their frogs will frog best? Therefore, I will just do frog things. Oh, nice. We got a shield. Yeah, honestly, I guess rolling for the spellcraft to get shield without having to sell a unit is great. Ooh. All right. I feel like at this point, you just buy that. Because, like, we are rolling for such incredibly... Like, we're rolling for long shots here, right? We're rolling for spellcraft to... nope, not gonna buy it. We're rolling for spellcraft to make shields, but it would have to be the spell, not the unit, because I don't think he's selling anything. Yeah. So that's what I mean with... It's such a long shot, what we're rolling for. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I don't hate the idea of just picking the white mains out of the pool. Yeah, it's full frog against full frog, which I think is a little silly from the opponent. The opponent did win last time around, but now we have double gold. Oh, what a good taunt! Look at that! Wait, it's too big. Wait, it's too big. I was gonna say, now he can attack it, kill it, and it's gonna go off again, but there's no way. There's no way. Okay, never mind. Right, but anyways, I'm a little bit surprised by the opponent to be okay with just going into the frog off, if you will. Full, you know, I don't know if you can call this honorable, right? Where we're just gonna go full frog into full frog. But at least, you know, there is something to be said to not trying to tech your way out of it, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just good gameplay, but it is fun to just say, hey, I'm just going to run my build into yours and we'll see whichever one wins. Now, after watching this combat, especially, I think the opponent lives, right? Yeah, because 23, the Titus always die because there's a million tokens on both sides. So after watching this combat, I would expect the opponent to tech in some some white main, or, you know, I guess Sindora doesn't really matter because, yeah, I mean, you could hit the, yeah, it doesn't matter because even if you remove Reborn from Macaw, look at them, man. They're still growing. Oh, what are these numbers? What are these numbers? Wait, what? 790,000? How much is that? I think so. Or is it 7 million? Oh my god. It goes off again. What? I can't read the numbers. We'll we'll look at it in post. Oh my god. I can't read these anymore. We get another swing, right? ×2 again? Yeah. Yeah. That's the 44 million. Yeah. I mean, I read the title. Oh my god. Yeah. So we were in the millions before, and then we just ×2. 44 million. Oh my god. Yeah, Spite Scale specials to try and hit shields, but it's so weird. I mean, he does... If he rolls another frog... Oh, he rolled another mount. Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say, if he rolls another frog, he does have a taunt in his hand and a goldenizer. So he can quite easily golden it. But now that he got... Now that he got the mount in the shop, he's just going to be happy to not reborn the mount and say, hey, let me just buy that, and that'll be that. And then he got his shields in, so yeah, even if the opponent does go with a white main, the mount might catch something and the shields can help a little bit. Yeah, I mean, none of these things matter. Naga to try and hit another shields. Another buddy. I don't even know what you could get. Still not buying those white mains. I love it. It's fine. I mean, he's at the very end of the turn. And if the opponent has a white main and wins, then, you know, it's obviously not going to make a difference anymore. All right, here we go. Let's see what's in the... let's see what's on the board now. Okay, well, I bet they rolled for it and they just didn't hit. Because, I mean, you're not finding any more Titus. Oh, man. Dog is a lot of Titus. Whew. All right, let's see how this fight goes, if anything. I don't even know if there is any real RNG involved at this point. Obviously, killing the Titus faster is... basically, I want to see if the opponent has any sort of chance. Intuitively, it looks like no. Just because we have a really big taunt, because our procs just happen way faster. And if the opponent does end up killing the Leaper first, we probably grow so fast that it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, especially with the shields on the Titus, it's so silly. Yeah, the opponent is just not gonna live long enough now for us to get anywhere near where we got last fight. The Titus died so early, and it was kind of just so many tokens last time. I think we also had 2 macaws, didn't we? Right? So it was just ×2. Because once you have a golden macaw and it's alive and it continues to attack, you are exponentially scaling even without Titus, because the golden macaw is double. So you're still... It's kind of like you have a Titus on your board. Oh my lord. All right. Yeah, quite comfortably going to dog here. What a game. Holy crap. So yeah, please let me know in the comments, right, if you guys enjoyed this, if you think it's just unacceptable, it's a game from the, you know, like 2 weeks ago or whatever, it's the wrong patch. I get that. I don't think that's unreasonable. So, but yeah, I thought that this game was just crazy enough, cool enough, that it merited a review regardless. Yeah, Titus are going to suicide now, but he's all 4, so literally anything can live when he's dead. It's just, man, nothing's dying. These fights are so funny, man. ×2! Whee! Yeah, the opponent is going ×3, but he has to start from such a lower number that it doesn't matter. That's going ×2 now. Still just... and I mean, the Titus is going to die one of these hits, so it just doesn't matter. Frog, 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 frog. Frog, 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 frog. Bam. ×2 again. All right. GG. What a game. What an awesome game by Dog. If you guys would like to check out the video from his point of view, make sure to check it out here. Thank you so much for watching.